Did you know that learning other art forms could actually make you a better photographer? So growing up, I really liked to draw. I wasn't very good at it, but most kids like doodling and things like that. But I drew pretty much almost every single day all the way through until probably like high school, where I didn't really draw that often anymore. One of the things that always got me with drawing was shading. I just could never make it look realistic. Every single time I would shade something, it would look unnatural. And I remember going to art classes in school, and this one time we had it was probably about for a full week straight where we were learning how to shade. And it didn't click with me for whatever reason. The way we were taught shading was, and I think a lot of people are probably taught this, was, put a circle on a map, or a dot, not a map, on a piece of paper, put a circle or a dot or whatever. This will mark the sun, right? And so just whenever you draw whatever it is, like say it's a person, so here's the person, here's the sun. Okay, so the light's coming in from here, you can see where the shadows are going to fall off. The problem with that is you're drawing a 3D figure in a 2D plane using 2D lighting. There's no z-axis on this lighting. When you go outside and you see the sun isn't always just right here, right? Like it might be a little in front of you, a little behind you, right to the side, all different angles. There was no z-axis, right? And so I couldn't wrap my head around it, and the teacher just didn't want to bother teaching me anything. But one of the things you learn in photography, well, you kind of have to learn, is lighting, right? Photography is all about lighting. If you don't know how to do good lighting, your photos are just going to be terrible. It's kind of like the key. Like, yes, there's other things like your composition, your subject matter, and the moment that's happening and all that kind of stuff. But if the lighting is terrible, the photo is just going to be terrible, right? And learning how to light things in photography kind of brought me back to drawing. And so I've kind of recently started drawing things again. I don't even know how it started. I just kind of picked it up and I was like, I kind of feel like drawing. It's been, a decade and a half, but hey, why not? And I found that I just kind of intuitively knew how to shade things a lot better. And the reason is because what is shading, right? It's lighting, right? It's the shadow part of the light. And so because I understood how light worked in photography, I could figure out how shading would work in, when I'm drawing whatever it may be on a piece of paper. So I was thinking about this and I was like, well, what other art forms are out there that could bring this back around and teach me something new about photography that I didn't think of, right? If like photography could help me become a better illustrator, then was there anything, I don't know, with illustration that could bring me back into photography? Maybe help me see something I didn't think to look for in the first place. And so I don't really have an answer for that right now. I'm kind of on a journey to find that. So I've been trying different things out. I want to try out painting, maybe sculpting, try whatever, anything it may be, just to see if there might be something that can kind of bring me back into photography. And I will say that there are some things that I did kind of find just from watching, watching other people do whatever it is that they're good at, their form of art, right? And looking at stuff like metal sculptures and stuff like that. And I was like, I started thinking about how I could apply that to my environments in my photos. And even on another way, kind of just going into a craft store, which I go a lot, but this time kind of going in with a purpose to try to find something maybe I'm missing, and I'm like, hey, what else is there out there? I mean, I know there's illustration, there's painting and stuff like that, sculpting, but I was like, what other kind of like niche things? And I did find some interesting new props for things. At the very least, I got that. It may not be like something that revolutionizes the way I do photography or anything like that, but I did get something out of just that. And, I am going to keep searching, try things on my own, and like maybe some kind of like painting technique will help me think of a better way to edit or post-process my photos. I don't know yet. It's an interesting idea, and I thought I'd just throw it out there to see, maybe you can try something like this as well, try different kind of art forms just to see what you can kind of pull back into photography. Interesting? I don't know. Just throwing it out there. Well, thanks for watching the video. I hope you enjoyed it and maybe got you thinking a little bit, something that you didn't think about before in the past. That's really just what I like to try and do, to get you to think or help you learn something or just make you more creative. Just force it down your throat now. Anyway, you can check me out on all social media places, raylighting.com. Hit subscribe, like the video if you found it useful, so on and so forth. Until next video, see you later. I don't know why I winked at you. You know what?